What's up, ladies and gents? Op Soldier here today, and kind of want to piggyback a little bit off of what Sonic said about some of his striker guide. My last video definitely had a much more negative reception, just because of my opinions on defensive mechanics. So I'm just gonna go ahead today and just talk about some positive mechanics or design around striker. So first of all, I think if you guys read my last tweet, I was talking about how I love playing neutral with striker. Striker is probably one of my most favorite characters I've ever played in a long time, and it might just strictly be because of a lot of the options that she has in neutral. I think the buff to 6S was kind of like the final complete package for striker. One of the main issues that striker had was when whiffing 6S, it was very, very hard to establish any type of pressure from mid-screen. Because I know people don't like dive kick, but when you look at dive kick, it doesn't go full screen, right? It doesn't go really far. I'm not asking for it to go that far. I'm just saying that that was one of the main gripes that striker had, was she didn't have really good full screen presence. Now with 6S, she's got a little bit more space, and it's a little bit harder to punish because you can get hit by 5 MS into a combo, right? So I'm not going to talk too much more about that. Basically, long story short, striker has some of the best neutral in the game, in my personal opinion. I know that she doesn't have long range weapons like most of the characters in the cast, but it doesn't really matter in the long run. A lot of striker's options in neutral, even though they allow her to commit, her movement allows her to basically establish pressure and presence in neutral. So that's one of the main things you want to focus on. If someone's running at you, you need to throw out 2B or jump back dive kick. On offense, you need to throw out 6S, right, for whiff punishing, and then you also need to throw out 2B. So run up 2B into 5S into 5A, right, or 2A, depending on who you're playing against. Now, Sonic goes over a little bit more detail on some of the pressure tools striker has. I'm not going to go over too much detail there because Sonic has much more knowledge in that particular situation. You can go ahead and watch his video. I highly recommend him. He's one of the best striker players out there. I watch his streams regularly to try to improve my own striker. Now, I am definitely much lower level than players like Sonic Soul, Sprout Vermilion, and Sculpted. So if you really want high level play, go talk to them. But I'm just going to go ahead and go over a quick overview of what I've learned when playing striker. There's pretty much two components to how to win with striker. The first component isn't as strong as the second one, but the first one is going to be her strike throw game. Yes, I know I've said before that strike throw is not strong in this game, at least with the regular throws. Obviously, Berserker's command grab is really good, but regular throws aren't as powerful, at least mid-screen. But that doesn't really matter for striker because once she gets you in the corner, she actually has some pretty good throw mind games. So for example, this is +2, I think, if I'm right. It's either +2 or +3, and it gives her a guaranteed 5B unless they mash 2A. And if they mash 2A, you do jump back dive kick, right? So basically, I'm going to set Berserker real quick to do, when he gets hit, to do a 2A, and this is what's going to happen when he does 2A. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I just rechanged my hitbox, so, okay. Yes. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try it again. There we go, okay. Okay, so now that should be properly set. So when I throw him and I try to throw out 5B, I'm going to get hit by the kick, right? So here's the kind of mind game. Alright, so when you throw him, oops, you could also do that, but I don't recommend that. So as you can see there, after a throw, he can throw out 2A, and when he throws out 2A, you do jet dive kick, right? It's literally 50-50. And then when he throws out, when he jumps back, right, to counter dive kick, this is the beautiful thing about this, is striker's dive kick is very low commitment. It's one of the main reasons that I recommend that they don't change dive kick. So let's say he jumps back, you do 5B. Oops, I dropped it. Let's try again. Like something like that. Sorry, I dropped it again, but it doesn't matter. The whole point is 5B will catch a player jumping. So 5B catches the jump backs, and then jump back dive kick, or even jump forward dive kick, I'm pretty sure, will catch the 2A. So that's kind of the mind game behind striker's strike throw in the corner. Obviously, she can shimmy you with dive kick. You know, she can shimmy you with 5A, 2A, and 5B in certain situations. That's kind of a giveaway. Now, the last component of striker that everyone obviously knows, but they think is gone, and that's not necessarily true, is her ability to guard break you. So this is what makes striker super powerful in general. Basically, being able to guard break, or the idea that she will guard break you. So I was talking to my friend Retro yesterday, and I couldn't stress this enough, how important it is that striker doesn't have to guard break you to win. It's just the idea that she's going to guard break you, which causes you to get opened up. So this is what makes DNF Duel unique, because in most games, right, you take some chip and that's it, and you just kind of move on with your life. Well, in DNF Duels, since you have guard meter and striker can apply a lot of pressure at once, striker has the ability to guard break you, forcing you to want to do something. And then when you go to do something, she frame traps you, or she whiff punishes you, and then you get killed, right? So basically, you either lose by getting whiff punished or frame trapped because you're trying to get out of a guard break, or you get guard broken. So one of my guard break sequences, and it's not very good, I'm sure there's better ones you can definitely look up. Like I said, Sonic Soul, or just things online. I'm going to continue to do my own research, but one of mine that I do in the corner right now is dive kick into 2A, or not, into jump A, and you can do it as many times as you want. So like, I think you can do it like almost three times in the corner, but it doesn't matter. So you do dive kick, jump A, stagger a standing A, or a 5A, and then walk up and do 5A S into 1-inch punch. This is probably the most reactable part. And then you're going to do jump MS, because this jails, and then they're guard broken. If they don't have meter, they're guard broken there. So this, I'm sorry, let's try again. So this, the 1-inch punch, and he's guard. Oh, I messed it up. Hold on, let's try again. There we go. Oops, try it again. I dropped it again. My bad. Oh, why is that coming out? There we go. And then you get the combo. And then you start over, right? So the thing you want to keep in mind in this guard break setup is that there's a lot of gaps, but the gaps is where you throw other things out. So, for example, if you do 5A and to SS, right? You can go into slide here. And then if they try to mash, they'll get hit by the slide and comboed. Another example is when you stagger 5A. They can't react to that stagger, so you can jump back dive kick and punish whatever they're going to do. So like, just do 5A, they try to mash 2A, you do jump back dive kick, and you get a combo. You get 40% combo. The other option is, let's say you do jump it into this. I mean, you could just do another dive kick. Like, that's not a big issue. Anytime you do dive kick into anything, you could just do another dive kick if they don't mash. And then let's say they jump back. Well, you could do 2S, or yeah, 2S and to 5A. So if you do 2S, they jump back, they get comboed because they're jumping. And then you can do any of your combos, you know, off that 5A, you know. So that's an option. And if they block it, you're safe because Striker has this thing called Rebeat, which is amazing. So the whole point is, while you're doing the guard break sequence, right? Like, and they're probably gonna mash here. Like if you do like, they're probably gonna mash here, so you probably want to throw out 5B every once in a while instead of jump MS. And then when they respect the 5B, oops. So when they respect the 5B, oops, you do jump MS, and now they're jailed and they're dead. Right? So that's the idea behind that. Now, obviously, this isn't the best guard break sequence in the world. There's so many freaking gaps. A good player is going to see the gaps and punish you. But as a player, you're supposed to know that. The whole point is, and this is kind of the original point of this entire video, is that not only is Striker not easy to play anymore, but you want to be able to open your opponent up. Once the character has a way to open your opponent up, now you just need to figure out if the character has good options in the game to play the game. So for example, Berserker has instant overheads and lows off conversion. So now we know we have a way to open our opponent up. Now, does Berserker have good neutral? Yes. Does Berserker have good footsies? Yes. So Berserker can play the game, right? But before, a character like Launcher didn't really have a way to open you up. She didn't have good neutral. She might have had a way to beat you with zoning, but she didn't have good neutral, so she wasn't a good character to play. And this is what really makes fighting games very, very simple. Your character just needs a win condition. That's it. They need a win condition, and then they need good neutral, or they need a good archetype that allows them to play the game. Do they play the game well, and do they have a win condition? So Striker's win condition, again, stresses again, is being able to throw you in the corner, apply pressure, and shimmy you. And her other win condition is to try to guard break you, and if you don't get guard broken, bait you with frame traps and whiff punishes. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. Hopefully this helped you guys. Striker is not dead. She's definitely probably, like, most likely, not definitely, but most likely still top 5. I don't really see much change outside of the guard break sequence for her, and the fact that, like, now her MS she has to end her turn, which is fine. I mean, sure, fine. Striker ends her turn every once in a while now. So, but yeah, anyway, I mean, I do think there are some characters that are a little bit better than her, but she's still top 5. But, yeah, I hope you guys had a good day. Have fun playing have fun playing fighting games and DNF Duel, and have a good fight. See you guys later.